Hey everybody, my name's Ash and today I'm doing a quick review for Legendary Heroes on Xbox. Let's take a look at it. So, Legendary Heroes is a real-time RPG strategy game with MOBA elements in which you play as the greatest heroes from all over the universes who've been summoned to show their power and prove which team is the best. So in the game you protect your towers and crush your opponents in a very sort of League of Legends-esque style gameplay, however it is single player. There's 10 different heroes to play as, each one with 4 special abilities, and you can gain XP which upgrade your powers so you become stronger, faster and more resistant. And the game also features 30 different maps for fast and intense sort of combat matches to be had on them. So, what did we think of Legendary Heroes? Well, honestly, it's not a good impression, I must admit, unfortunately. Now, the game features, like I say, a variety of different heroes with different abilities. However, a lot of them are locked from the offset, locked behind a very grindy sort of system to unlock, which is all sort of randomized. So when you finish a game, you unlock chests, and these chests can be unlocked, and in them you get cards which are then used to sort of slowly but surely unlock new heroes. So some heroes need like 4 cards to unlock them, etc. The core gameplay is very similar to League of Legends in the sense of you've got your bases and you've got your towers, and it's basically sending your waves of minions in and out of combat to destroy the towers while you sort of hang back, power them up, defeat the other enemies, and also deal damage to the towers while not getting the main amount of damage. However, the game feels like a massive mobile port. Like, it feels like it should be a free-to-play mobile game with tons and tons of sort of microtransactions. And it probably was a mobile game previously. I've not looked into it, but just the way it looks like a mobile game. It's not very detailed. The levels are rather bland and open and lacking of any sort of detail, really. Now, there is a nice variety of heroes, but even then, like I say, they don't look fantastic either. Now, one thing that makes me think this is a mobile game previously is the UI is absolutely terrible on the controller. You try to go to one thing and you end up not being able to click on it and clicking something else, and vice versa. It just doesn't seem to work on a controller very well. So I've not had the greatest time with this. It starts off pretty easy as well. Like I say, the first sort of 15 or so sort of missions, they go pretty quickly. You think, oh, I'm not doing too bad here, it's doing alright. And then you hit a wall where you need to have like higher level characters. So the only way to level them up is to keep getting these loot chests and unlocking the randomized cards, which you may get for the hero you want, you may not. And also, when you get these chests, you have to wait a certain amount of time before you can actually open them, which is weird to say. It's just a game like this, you've paid for it. It definitely feels like it should have been a free-to-play game, and it's now been ported to a sort of free-to-play game, but like, it's open. You don't have to pay for microtransactions, but you have to pay for like the entry fee. But all of the microtransaction-esque sort of mechanics are still there. But if you do like League of Legends and you're looking for something like that on Xbox and you've tried all the other alternatives, it may be worth your time. It's not hugely expensive, but the lack of any sort of multiplayer is a big negative for it as well. It's one of those games that would be much more fun. It would probably be more bearable if it had sort of multiplayer, but as it stands, it's just a poorly implemented game with controls that don't work half the time and a terrible UI. And it's just a shame. It's just a bit of a waste, unfortunately. So overall, I would honestly give this game a miss unless you are really into this game, the sort of genre. It's been done better elsewhere. It's very just a void of anything worthwhile, unfortunately. and I just can't recommend it in the state it's in unless you're sort of like a die-hard collector and you want to get all the achievements and stuff like that. Now, the game was released in November 2022, developed by Solaris Mobile and published by Qbyte Interactive, who kindly sent me a copy for this review. It's priced at £4.19 and it is playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S consoles. Unfortunately, there is no multiplayer and it is single player only. But that's that for this video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon for more gaming content. Bye for now.